Hi everyone. Hope everybody is doing good today. Hello, Rekha, Tiggy, PJ, and Liz, Joe, Dave, Pamela, Martin, all of you. We have around 39 attendees. So welcome to all of you. We're gonna get started in a minute. You guys already know me. My name is Shruti. I'm from India and I'm just here to support you guys. In case you have any kind of technical issues, I'll be there to support you. You can send me any questions on the chat widget on the website in case you have any issues with the lesson. But for bridge, let's keep that for Jack. He's gonna answer everything for you. PJ asked that what's the lesson gonna be about, so Jack's gonna join us in just a minute and he'll tell you everything about it. But before he does, I'd like to welcome all of you again, and let's see that what you guys can do in case you guys have like a technical issue with respect to this lesson. What can you do to avoid that or troubleshoot that? So let's have a very quick look. Once again, welcome everyone. If you have a bad connection, you can wait to see that things would improve. You can try refreshing your window. Sometimes it may be just a bad internet connection. Or you guys could use the backup link that we provide to you in your lesson email. Or you can reach out to me directly at hello@learnbridgeonline.com, or you can use the chat widget on the website. I'm monitoring that, so I'll be here to support you. Okay, so enough about me and enough about the lesson. I'm going to invite Jack now, and we're going to get started.
Hi, Shruti.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm in a mystery location. As you can see, this isn't my house or my flat. This is my brother's house. I'm down in Wiltshire for a few days, visiting my brother in the charming village of Coombe Hay.
Wow, I've never heard of that place before.
No, you won't have done. It's very small. It's near Bath, which is near Bristol. But no, it's lovely here. So I've got the classic kind of Zoom backdrop, haven't I, of the bookshelf.
Yeah, it kind of looks virtual.
Great, Shruti. Well, listen, nice to see you. Uh, let's get underway with today's lesson.
All right, I'm gonna go and monitor the chat, and at the end of the session, we can take a look around.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'll just show you outside at the end of the session. Remind me, we'll have to look at the view of his garden and of the valley.
All right, thanks, Jack. Bye bye.
See you. The dogs aren't with me, Pamela. No, I suppose they could have come. It'd be quite a hassle though. Right. Let's just press a few buttons and get you in the right place for the two club opener. Yeah. Some of you will have done this before with a valuable refresher. Typically, how to respond to a two club opener as well. Some of you might be new to a two club opener. Oh, and Shruti's just pressed the record button. That's good. So welcome if you're watching in a replay. Many of you do. Right, let's go with the two club opener. So two clubs is 23 points or more. It's an artificial bid, forcing to game, and it's nothing to do with clubs. And that's where probably I should be at the moment, practicing my golf. But yes, it's an artificial bid. That's why we don't teach it to the beginners on the first week. A conventional bid and bridge is artificial, so it does not mean what it says it is. So the two club opener, well, it's our first conventional bid for some of you. We'll learn more at a later date. Stamen transfers are coming up quite soon. At a later date, and there you go. Yes, there's some ancient fossils which were from a later date. Okay, let's get on with our interactivity, if I can pronounce it. We have got 23 points. What would we bid with that, do you think? What will our opening bid be? It is artificial, so you would alert it if you're playing face-to-face. Sorry, if you're playing online, you alert your own bids, you would alert it because it's not a natural bid. Everyone plays two clubs as strong, by the way. And there's the answer, look. 2 clubs. Yeah, 23 points, or you might have 25 points, you might have 28. You'd be lucky if you ever had 29 points or more. I think I've had 29 points once. It's fairly simple, that 2 club opener. Let's now look at, I mean, you can open 2 clubs sometimes. I'm not sure if I say this later on, with slightly less than 23 points. If you've got a really, really strong hand with 21 or 22 points, like a solid suit, you know, like game in your own hand, you can also open 2 clubs as well. Not quite sure if I mentioned that later. But anyway, you can never pass. Now, there was a lady once who played with me at Scarborough who passed the 2 club opener. I think they had about 28 points between them and probably about 3 clubs. No, so there's a special artificial response to that, which is 2 diamonds. 0 plus points. And we call it a waiting bid. You will respond this way 90% of the time. Okay, so you do need to keep the bidding open. It's like a waiting bid, or you could call it a relay bid. Really saying, partner, tell me more. So you've only got 1 point, but partner's opened 2 clubs. What do you bid as responder with that, if anything? And Tiggy, thanks for your kind comments about the 2 replayable hands. That next button is very useful. Just remind those who've never used it before. Shows you exactly how the hand should be played. So it is very instructive. Even if you've never been there before, try downloading the 2 hands. You don't even have to play them out yourselves because you have to click on all 4 players. But if you press the next button, it'll show you how the hand should be played. So you can kind of go through it at the same time. Yes, one thing we can never do is pass. This kind of thing you only do once in your bridge career. Otherwise, your partner, you might run out of partners quite soon. There we go. It's a waiting bid. In the old days, it used to be 0 to 7 points, by the way. But now it's like 0 to 10, 0 to 12, no upper limit. And there are a couple waiting in the, I think it's called The Waiting Room, that painting. Possibly by Degas, I would say, from memory. Good. Everyone's bidding 2 diamonds there. Hope you did watching and replay as well. Let's go straight into our first hand on BBO. And what do we open with the south hand? Let's add up the points. 7, 10, 14, 16, 23 points. What would you open on that? Morning, Dave, Jane, Caroline, Jane Holbert, Maria. Maria's in Spain. Des, Phil B, Errol. You're all opening 2 clubs here. I'm even going to alert it, look, because it is artificial. But everyone plays this way. You know, universal. If you're in America, France, Italy, Kazakhstan. And North's got no points at all. But do they bid? If so, what? Do they pass? It's called a Yarborough, that hand, by the way. It's got a specific name in bridge. A Yarborough. You can Google it for the full story. So I have told you most of the full story before. Yarborough, Bernice, yes. No card higher than a 9. It's a really lousy hand. Yeah, we're all bidding 2 diamonds. I'm going to alert it as well. Because it's artificial. Nothing to do with diamonds. And what's South's rebid with their 23 points now, do you think? I thought it was Lord Yarborough, actually, Pamela, but I could be wrong. Was it the Earl of Yarborough or was it the Lord? Something that needs Googling. Rosemary, Emma, good morning. Liz W. Pamela's not sure. I will have a quick look, Pamela. Errol, you're all bidding 2 spades. There's no need to jump to 3 spades or 4 spades here. Just a nice little 2 spade bid. Back to North as responder. And that always shows a 5 card suit, by the way, as South. So we know from South hand they've got 23 points or more. They've got an unbalanced hand with at least 5 spades. That's what that 2 spade bid shows now. Will always be a 5 card suit or more. And over to North. Oh, well done. Maz has done her homework, both Earl and Lord Arkra. I think commonly known more as Lord Yarborough. Are we allowed to pass? The answer is no. It's game forcing. When opener bids 2 clubs and rebids a suit, you must keep going to game. So to bid 4 spades here is correct. Funnily enough, just for those more experienced in the class, because we do have a wide range of experience in this improver class now. Well, I like having a bookshelf behind me, by the way. It makes me look like I'm really studious. I'm a terrible book reader, I really am. But funnily enough, for the more experienced players amongst you, others can let it wash over your head like a warm breeze. Jumping to 4 spades here is a weaker bid than just bidding 3 spades. 3 spades shows a slightly stronger hand, typically 4+ points. So that's just for the more experienced. Less experienced, you don't need to worry about it too much. Yes, Des, we'll come on to that slightly later. I won't answer your question now, but yeah, if you can make what we call a positive response, Des, but we'll look at that later. Thanks for bringing it up, just in case I wasn't going to. Right. Well, I hope you did say thank you, partner, for the dummy. It's got one little bit of merit that we'll come on to in a second. But have you made your plan as declared? Those watching in replay, have you made your plan as well? Well, it's always whether to draw trumps or not. So I'm going to win with the ace. Which card are we going to play back at trick 2? And let me remind you, I haven't got my get out of jail free card with me, but I would be waving it up now. Remind you, the main time that we don't draw trumps is when we can create a void in dummy. Okay? So what you do is you look for a suit that is longer in your own hand, declarer's hand, than the dummy. And here we've got 3 hearts to the queen opposite a doubleton in dummy. So if there's a singleton or doubleton in dummy, it's almost always right to create the void first. Well done if you spotted that. That's how you're going to make the extra trick. They'd switch to a trump now, staying to take the trumps off the table. Keep on with the hearts, of course. Nothing wrong with losing a couple of tricks early in bridge. They do say if you're going to lose a trick, lose it early. Another trump comes back. But we're in control, everyone. Can we just marvel at this for a second? We've created the void in dummy. We had to lose 2 tricks, but now crucially, we're going to make our 10th trick by trumping that losing heart in dummy. Very well done if you spotted it. It's not always easy for beginners / improvers. Easy if there's a singleton in dummy, but if there's a doubleton in dummy, quite a few improvers have a bit of a blank over that one. Now we can come back to hand with a club and just play out our winners, actually. Yeah, let's play them out. King of clubs. King of diamonds. Give up a spade, which was always going to make. We'll just play them out. It's almost as quick as claiming. And they're all good. Now we are going to make 10 tricks. Well done, 420. A good start to Wednesday morning. Interesting bidding, wasn't it? I think the really important thing about that bidding there was that North must keep bidding to the bitter end till game. It is game forcing the 2-club opener. And you see why. You know, we made 4 spades when we had no points whatsoever in dummy. Courtesy of that heart ruff. That was crucial. James asked, why did the 2-spade bid show 5 spades? Because if opener only had 4 spades, Jane, there'd be a balanced hand. They'd rebid 2 no trumps. Good question from Jane. Right, let's go back to the classroom. I've opened 2 clubs. This time you've got 10 points. What do you respond with that? Morning, Ruth. Morning, Jane Holbert. Tiggy, of course, up in Loch Ness. What a lovely place to be. Ellie, Carrie. Maria. Say hello to Maria. Avi. Any newcomers, by the way? Let me know if you're new or joined last week. Well, hang on a second. I did say there's no upper limit for this 2 diamond bid. Oh, second week for Jay, that's right. From sunny Devon. So there's no upper limit for this. To bid 2 hearts here would definitely show a 5-card suit. Yeah, we don't bid 4-card suits ever. So there's a get out of jail free card for you. If either opener or responder bid a suit, it promises 5 cards or more. So you can change your answer, one or two of you. There's no upper limit to this 2 club bid. Could be 0, could be 17. Yeah, waiting bid. Prefer to call it a waiting bid now rather than a negative. Used to be known as the negative 2 diamonds, Pamela, but I think better to call it the waiting bid now to avoid confusion. Or a relay bid. Good. 2 diamonds there. Wait to see what opener has to say, and then we'll be bidding to game, or quite possibly to slam with that hand, actually. More likely to slam. Okay. So how do I respond to a 2 club opener? Well, 2 diamonds, 90% of the time, 0+ points. However, as Des was pointing out earlier, if you've got 8 or more points and a good 5-card suit, you can respond 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs, or you'd have to jump to 3 diamonds, wouldn't you, over 2 clubs to show a positive in diamonds. So that would show a good 5-card suit and 8 or more points. Quite rare. And you would have 2 of the top 3 honours. Poor 5-card suits, Maggie, still 2 diamonds, yes. You don't really want that suit as trumps. Good question from Maggie. If you can name all of those 10 medals, I will give you a medal. Honours, of course, medals, that's the catch. Okay, I've opened 2 clubs. Over to you. You've got 8 points and 5 hearts. Oh, D-Day tomorrow, Ellie. Yes, well done. That's a good point. Thank you. I was reading about D-Day in my newspaper this morning. JG, 1, 2, 3. Miriam. Pamela, we know, is in Cambridge. Caroline, you're bidding 2 hearts as a positive, aren't you? Judy, too. Correct. This is one of the rare times we can make a positive response, showing 8 or more points and a good 5-card suit. 2 of the top 3 honours. Well done. Then North will tell us about what their hand is. Of course, we're in a game-forcing situation. Neither player can stop short of game. Oh, yes, I did think I had a slide here. Can you open 2 clubs with less than 23 points? Yes, you can. If your hand is strong enough to force to game with great shape. So both, I should read A and B, of course, but both A and A are really, really strong hands. They've only got 21 points, but look at that heart suit. 7 solid hearts. Yeah. Whatever happens on both of those 2 hands, even if partner has nothing at all, you're guaranteed to make game in 4 hearts. So yes, you can open 2 clubs with less than 23 points. Experience tells you when. 17 plus will be too low, Dave H. Yeah, I really wouldn't be doing it on 17 unless I had an amazing hand. But definitely 23 if you're balanced, of course. But yeah, experience tells you when to open 2 club, when to upgrade. Otherwise, I'm quite happy opening one heart or one spade or a diamond on 20 points, sometimes 21. Okay, let's look at South's rebid here. We've got 23 points. We've opened 2 clubs. Partner's gone 2 diamonds. Waiting bid. What's the rebid here, do you think, for South? You're watching in replay, what do you think? Some of you might be new to this 2-club opener before, in which case it's going to take you a little while to get your head around it. If you're brand new to the 2-club opener, you may not have covered it yet. Of course, you've got the worksheet, 2 pages of worksheet, which will help you a lot. And of course, 2 of these hands are available to replay as well. Well, it's a balanced hand, isn't it, everyone? So with a balanced hand, you are quite right. We rebid 2 no trumps. This shows 23 or 24 points precisely. Okay, so it's very specific. Barbara, the worksheets are just on the LBO website where you access the replay. But if you've got any problems, Barbara, email Bashir on hello@learnbridgeonline.com. He'll tell you exactly where to find them, but on the LBO website and others too. I'll just tap in the email just in case. hello@learnbridgeonline.com. Have I spelled it right? Yeah. Any queries, technical queries, things like that to do with technical to Bashir. Any bridge queries, of course, you can post on the posting page, and I'll answer your bridge queries. Not too many, one every now and again. There we go. So that's a 2 no trump rebid. If you had 25 or 26 points, you'd rebid 3 no trumps, by the way. Not sure if that comes up later. Let's go on to hand 2. Well, I don't even need to look at the South. I know it's going to be a 2-club opener. 23 points or more. We'll even practice alerting it. I know you're going to rebid 2 diamonds now on the North hand. Sorry, rebid. Respond 2 diamonds. South, well, we'll just practice that for a second. What's their rebid with 23? Morning, Fred. Maz. Yeah, it's a balanced hand, isn't it? So we rebid 2 no trumps, 23, 24. Yes, you can, Caroline. For those who've learnt Stamen, North could now use Stamen if they wanted to after a 2 no trump rebid. Yeah, for those who've learnt Stamen, not all of you have. And North's got 3 points. And you can use transfers, Caroline, over a 2 no trump rebid. After a 2-club open, you can use Stamen and transfers. Just agree it with your partner. And clearly, we've got a raise to game here. Fourth highest lead. Good. Well, counting certain tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad, 6. Need to find 3 extras to make it up to 9. So I'm having a quick look at the situation. Is the lead of the 2 of clubs significant to declare, by the way? Let's just ask that question. For those in replay, is that significant to declare? What does it mean? Why is that significant to me? It is low like Maz, yes, for sure. It means they've got an honor card. Yeah, so it means they've got the queen, jack, or the ace, or combination. But crucially, as some of you are pointing out, it means it's their 4th highest. They can only have 4 cards. Yeah, so just bear that in mind. Ever anyone leads the 2 in no trumps, they've only got 4 cards. It means they can't run away with the suit, with 5 or 6 cards. Right, let's put the plan into action. 3rd player, which one do they play, by the way? Which card does 3rd player play? Well, many of you, most of the chat box is playing the 9. Peter A is playing the ace, as is Avi. What's wrong with third player play high, everyone? So when there's little, this is interesting. It's quite a lot of improvers don't play the highest one here in historically, but they should do, because your partner might have been leading from King Jack XX or King Queen XX. You take the first 4 tricks. You don't want Declare to win cheaply with the Jack of clubs. So when there's little cards in dummy, low ones, you should always play the ace here, the highest one. You know, your partner might be leading from 4 to the King Queen, and you know, you're just giving, if you play 9, Declared win cheaply with the Jack of clubs, a trick they never deserve to get. Good. So I hope we hopefully cleared that one up. They return partner suit, as you would. And which card? Yes, it was Oops, Maggie, but you were in very good company. Most of the chat box put in the 9. I'm very glad I asked that question. Now, which card do we play as declarer, having won the King of Clubs now? So clearly, we're going to make extras from spades and diamonds. Correct. Let's go to dummy with the 1 entry to dummy, which is the Queen of Hearts. That's known as an entry. It's the only entry we've got. Good. So we're in dummy, which is where we're planning to be. And which card do we now play from the dummy? There's 10 to choose from. Next week, by the way, is top defense. For the less experienced. More experienced are welcome to join us on Monday at 9:30, making a plan in 3 no trumps. I think that includes ducking an ace and the rule of 11. Rule of 11 is quite tricky. Yeah, clearly right to play space. So we play the Jack or the 5. Oh, Pamela, we're playing in 3 no trumps, just to be clear. Yeah, actually, it's better, slightly better to start with the 5 here. Thing is, if you play the Jack, which is a mistake, I'll show you what happens. So if you were to play the Jack, hang on. East covers with the Queen, they always would, always should do, and you play the King. What you'll find now is that West's 9 of spades is promoted into a winner. Yeah, so East, cleverly covering the honor with the honor there, promotes the 9 of spades into winner. So that was the wrong thing to do. And a decent player would always cover with the Queen there. So we play a low one to the 10.
I couldn't find 1 to 10 inches, your Apple Music library.
Oh, hang on. That's my phone telling me something. It's been hijacked by Siri. It's never done that before. Well, hang on, sorry. Why not the King? Oh, we're finessing, Jay. We're finessing the Queen. This is a finesse. Mary, we're playing in 3 no trumps. Pamela thought we were playing in trumps as well. No, we're in 3 no trumps, everyone. It's only Wednesday, isn't it? It's not Friday yet. Now we play the ace. Bringing down the Queen, which is good. Don't worry, Mary. No, over to the no. We're going to make all 4 spade tricks now. 5. I think we've got 9 tricks now. Heart to the ace. King of spades. Just playing out our winners. Now, the opposition might throw something away. King of hearts. Jack of hearts. And we try to flush out the ace of diamonds. Of course, the opponents have got their clubs to take. They've hung on to their club winners. There we go. I don't think so, Dave. Dave was saying, should we play diamonds earlier? Not really, Dave, because they would take their 3 club tricks and their ace of diamonds. We could have done. I mean, wouldn't do any harm, But I think when we saw the finish line with our 9 tricks, probably best just to go for those 9 tricks. Yeah, because they've got 3 club winners and the ace of diamonds to take. So I think slightly better to play off our winners there, hoping the opposition threw something away. Right, well, we made our 400. Let's go back to the classroom. Right, well, 2 clubs is forcing to game, except. I know you love exceptions. There is only one sequence where it's not forcing to game, which would make sense to you, I think, hopefully in a few minutes' time. So the only sequence you're allowed to pass is if it goes 2 clubs, you respond 2 diamonds with 0 or 1 point. Opener rebids precisely 2 no trumps, not 2 spades or a suit, 2 no trumps. You are allowed to pass with 0 or 1 point, and you should pass. Have you ever tried playing 2 no trumps when a partner's got no points at all? It's not a pleasant prospect of playing 2 no trumps because you're having to play all the cards out of your own hand. You never get to dummy. So 0 or 1, leave partner in 2 no trumps. Okay, so 2 clubs, you've responded 2 diamonds, the waiting bid. I've come back 2 no trumps. What next for you as South with your 1 point? It's a nice sunny day down here in Wiltshire, but it is cooler. It's only about 13 degrees, I think. They did say it'd be much cooler this week. So 2 club opener is forcing to game unless North rebids 2 no trumps and you've got nothing. Makes sense, doesn't it? Liz W, Mandy, Leslie W, you're all passing. I'm sure you all did in replay as well. Good. As I said before, if you're brand new to this 2 club open, it will take you a while to get used to. But the good news is we've got time on our hands. Here's another one. Similar auction. But this time you've got 2 points. What would you bid with that as South now, if anything? Next week, by the way, before I forget, yeah, I've told you actually, top defense. We're sharpening up our defensive skills. Such an important part of the game. Yeah, 2 points or more. Oh, thank you, Pamela. You must raise the game, of course. Good. Let's play hand 3 to practice on BBO. Of course, the more experienced members of this class, we keep saying it just to remind you, are always welcome to join Monday's Intermediate at 9:30 if you can make it live. Let's have a look at this. It won't surprise you that we're opening 2 clubs. I'm not even going to bother counting the points. Two diamonds, keep the waiting bid, keep the bidding open. 0 plus points, nothing to do with diamonds, of course. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Yeah, 2 spades there. I don't think we'd be passing partners 2 diamonds. I've never seen that happen before. What next for North? Don't ask me why to alert such a well-known convention. Ask the English Bridge Union, who make all the rules. I think maybe occasionally, once upon a time, there's some other people played a funny system where 2 clubs wasn't 23 plus. That's why. There's probably 1 or 2 people out there playing as something different. Yeah, that's the reason. Yes, what's next for North, if anything, do you think? Yeah, one thing we mustn't do is pass. Yeah, we need to keep the bidding open so we can bid 3 clubs here to show 5 cards. You could do the second negative of 2 no trumps, Judy. I wouldn't mind that. Problem is, with doing that is that you might end up playing no trumps when you really want South to be playing no trumps. But it still does exist, Judy, the 2 no trump. I'm not really going to talk about it here today. But yeah, it still exists. What next for South, though, having bid 2 spades? Well, clearly we need to show our shape, don't we, Ellie? Ruth, Martin, yeah. So we bid 3 hearts, show our 5 and 4. That would show 5 spades and 4 hearts, minimum. Might be 5-5. And for North, anything more or what, do you think? So I think this lesson actually is really useful, of course, for those who haven't done a 2-club opener before, and also for those who have done it before. So they don't come up very often. And when they do, it's important to get it right, especially how we respond to it. And I think one of the most important themes we've seen today is that I've given you some really bad hands as North, quite a few Yardbras, just to keep the bidding going. We'll just practice the opening lead for a second. What would you all lead against 4 hearts? Yeah, nearly everyone's leading King of Clubs. Yeah, no, I wouldn't lead a trumpy. You've got 2 good leads. Alternative would be the 10 of diamonds. I wouldn't mind that either. Remember, clubs have been bid by the opposition. 10 of diamonds would be fine too. It is the unbid suit. The King of Clubs is slightly more attacking. Right. Definitely the 10 of diamonds wouldn't be wrong. Okay, so thank you, partner, for the dummy. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Right. What do you think we're going to do at trick 2? Have a think about it. Those in watching in replay have a little bit more time to think about it. You can press the pause button. Alps is only against no trumps, Caroline, just to make that clear. Well, actually here we can draw 2 rounds of trumps because we've got the ace and the king. Problem with creating a void in spades too early is that East might over-trump it, well, over-trump the dummy. So here we can play out the ace-king. Now we play the king of spades, forcing out the ace. Yeah, but the void and dummy can wait slightly here because we can afford to draw 2 rounds of trumps. They'd come back their queen of clubs, which would be rough. Jack of spades to force out the queen. Of spades. Let's say they switch to a diamond. The 10 promising the 9. But we're in control here now. Let's play the 10 of spades. And then they would over trump it. Yeah, the problem about playing out diamonds, Ellie, is that someone might have trumped us. Playing out ace, king, queen of diamonds. I know one or two of you wanted to do that, to discard a spade, but it was quite a dangerous play, I think, because someone might only have had 2 or 3 diamonds. But it was quite a good line, actually. It wasn't nothing too wrong with it, but I think it was a little bit dangerous playing out ace, king, queen of diamonds, discarding a spade, because the opponents might have only 2 or 3 diamonds, then they would over trump us. It wasn't a bad line to play. Right, they're using their trump, of course. They'd come back a diamond, but we're in control. Can rough the last spade out, look. Quite a tricky hand, this one. Club rough back to hand. I didn't think it was a bad line, Dave and Ellie, there. I didn't. Where are we? 6 of spades is a winner. Let's marvel at that. That 5th spade, we've managed eventually to make it a winner. So the losing club can go away. And we've got 2 winners at the end to overlap. There we go. I think that was quite an intelligent line in a way, playing out the ace, king, queen, diamonds. It would have been risky. It would have worked okay here with diamonds being 4-4. But setting up the spades was the key there. Good. Quite a difficult hand, actually. I think that one quite tricky. Playing out the ace, king of hearts. Of course, you can play out that hand. Is that one used in replay? No, not that one. Now, let's go back to the classroom. Okay, so 2 clubs, 2 diamonds by you, waiting, 2 spades by me as opener. What next for you as south there with no points? Yes, making a plan in 3 no trumps, and it's not too tricky a lesson, that one, actually. I'd say relatively easy for the intermediates at 9:30 on Monday. We cover ducking an ace and the rule of 11. That is a little bit tricky. But plenty of no trump hands on Monday morning. This time next week, top defense. Yeah, one thing we can't do is pass. So we do need to keep the bidding open. Most of you have suggested they're 3 clubs. Good, just keep the bidding going. And if North rebids 3 spades, showing 6 cards, we raise to 4 spades. Ooh, well, hang on a sec. Let's ask you that question now. So you've bid 3 clubs. North has rebid 3 spades. What next for you as south? If you're watching in replay, did you get that one? So North has shown a 6-card spade suit now. So we raise to 4 spades. Good. A good example, though, of keeping the bidding going. Mandy's asking a question. Yes, only when opener rebids 2 no trumps that you pass with 0 or 1, Mandy. Yeah, really important. If they rebid a suit, you must keep going to the bitter end, because they'll be unbalanced and they'll have a really strong hand. So we raise to 4 spades there. That's the full hand, look. That's how strong North is. If the opponent's overcall Maggi, which is rare, but it does happen occasionally, you don't have to bid 2 diamonds now. With a weak hand, you pass. Yeah, just let opener bid again. Good question from Maggi. Yeah, and that's the full hand, you see. Look how strong North is. You just draw trumps there and play out your winners. Just lose a heart, a club, and a diamond. Rosemary's got a question. Yeah, if I had 5-3-3-2, Rosemary, with 23 points, I'll open 2 clubs and rebid 2 no trumps. Yeah. Yeah, with 5-3-3-2. Balance hand. Okay, so that's that. let's go on to our fourth and final hand on BBO. Sure, Shruti, you'll remind me at the end. We'll take a little look outside at the garden and the view. A little bit different from the view I have from my apartment in Harrogate. Right, it's a 2-club opener. North, everyone. What do they do with their nil point? Well, I think we've all got a message, even though we haven't, some of you may not have done the 2-club, covered the 2-club opener before. We must bid something. We use the waiting bid. Artificial. Not strong enough for 2 spades, though. No, that would show 8 or more points. Oh, bye, Ellie. Thank you for your time. Yes, North, to bid 2 spades now, we call it the positive response. You'd need a good 5-card suit and 8+ points. What next for North, if anything? Again, those who are relatively new to the 2-club opener, the worksheet you'll find very useful to download off the website, the classroom page. Yes, 2 spades shows a 5-card suit. South rebids 3 hearts. Again, they must keep the bidding going, obviously, as well, till to game. And North, what next for them, if anything? Well, again, when opener rebids 2 hearts, it's game forcing. Means you can't pass under game level. That's what game forcing means, by the way. Forcing to game means you can't stop short of that. Yeah, South's repeated hearts, we know they've got 6. Jack of clubs lead, top of a sequence. Well, we've had some really poor hands as dummy, haven't we? I think really just to exaggerate the point, you must keep the bidding going. Right, well, the main question in my mind is whether I'm going to draw trumps first or am I going to delay and do something different. I've actually made up my mind. Let's just see. Let's ask you as the students what you would do. Which card would you play next at trick 2 from Declarer's hand? As I'm back to Yorkshire on Friday morning early. But I have managed to play golf yesterday, and I'm playing golf tomorrow with my friend Susie and her husband Daryl over at Bristol Golf Club. Yes, this is definitely a time not to draw trumps. Remember, we've got longer diamonds in our own hand than dummy. So it's nearly always right when there's a shortage in dummy to create that void. Well done. So ace of diamonds. Small diamond. Losing a trick. You never worry about losing a trick early. Some improvers, beginners do. Oh, good question from Emma. Would you not play ace king? No, Emma, because then that takes the trumps off the dummy. You see here, we'd have no trumps left to utilize for diamond ruffs. Now you need to create the void first to make use of one of those 2 trumps. Good question from Emma, though. Others will be thinking the same thing. No, we need to keep on to the 5 and 2 of hearts. Now, what would East play next, having won the 10 of diamonds, do you think? third player. What card would East play next as a defender? I'm actually playing bridge at Susie's club tomorrow night. That should be fun. Her little local bridge club. They only have 5 or 6 tables, I think. Yes. If in doubt, trump about. Try and take those trumps off the table. You know, if we can find partner with the ace of hearts, they can clear the trumps. Good play. Switching to a trump there. If you think the player is going to create a void and dummy, often switching to a trump will be right. Yes, thank you, Martin. No comment. Good. So now we can make fruits of our labor. Yeah, we can rough the losing diamond on dummy. That, everyone, is going to be our 10th trick. So it's really important now. It will take a while, some of you, to get used to it. I know some of the improvers, intermediates, have a little bit of a mental block about creating the void on dummy. Don't worry, you're not alone. Okay. Which card do we play next from the dummy? Spade or a club, do you think? Spade or a club? Well, there is some unfinished work to do here, and it's our last visit to the dummy. So we do need to take that spade finesse. My brother's just walked past. Right, so we need to take the spade finesse. I'm sure you're going to play the queen. It's our last chance to do this. Ooh, can you hear the dog barking? That's Tonka. Oh, we can have a look at Tonka before we go. Tonka's quite sweet. Tonka's a schnauzer. It is a little dog, Tiggy. We'll have a little look at Tonka at the end. Oh, thanks, Pamela. You got to go. We'll not digress too much at the moment. But yes, play out the winners. Ace of spades. Tonky. Tonka. Tonky. King of clubs. Just give the opposition their 2 trumps. Thank you, Avi. Early morning here. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate your loyalty. Yeah, we've got the last 2. Look. Like that. There we go. Yeah, 420, actually 620 because we're vulnerable. But crucially, again, creating the void in dummy there. But remember, most of the time we do draw trumps. You know, don't think we don't. 60% of the time you draw trumps first. This is the main time when we don't, creating that void on dummy. Then you draw trumps afterwards. Can we just remember 3 important things from today? So an opening bid of 2 clubs always shows 23 points or more. Sometimes a little bit less if your hand is really strong. Artificial, nothing to a clubs. Always respond to the 2 club open and never pass. And with 0+ points, respond 2 diamonds. The waiting bid. Finally, with occasionally, if you've got 8 or more points and a good 5-card suit, 2 of the top 3 ones, you can what we call make a positive response to 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs, or 3 diamonds. But that's quite rare, and you would need a good 5-card suit. I'm just going to show you Tonka. That's the end of the show. Oh, Zeb, can I just have a look at Tonka? I just want to show the subscribers Tonka. Here we go. Oh, here's Tonka, look. Ooh, isn't she sweet? So this is Tonka. Tonka. Yes. Tonka is a schnauzer. Miniature schnauzer. Ooh, there's Brother Zeb saying hi.
Hello.
There we go. Yes. Where's Shruti? Yes, you're a good dog, aren't you? Yes, he's very cute. Oh, you're cute. Oh, what's he watching? Hi, Shruti.
Hi, we ended a few minutes early today. Who's this little
A few
guy?
minutes early, yes, just 5 minutes early. The class was so intelligent, you see, they got all the answers right.
Amazing.
I've got a little friend with me today.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, he's tired. So this is Tonka. It's a miniature schnauzer.
His name is Tom Cruise?
Tonka. T for Tommy.
Oh,
Onka. Tonka.
oh, nice, lovely name.
PJ saying Tonka can play bridge better than me. Tonka's very good at roughing and dummy. PJ. Roughing. Yes, woofing. You get it? Tonka loves Uncle Jack, don't you, Tonky? Yes, Tonky does. Tonka loves Uncle Jack. Ooh.
He sure does.
So that's Tonka. We'll only see Tonka every now and again, so I don't only come to visit once or twice a year. Right, so Tonka's going to go. Bye-bye. Tonka's just saying bye.
Bye, Tonka.
Ooh, bye. Don't think he likes that. So yeah, some of you will have met Brother Zeb before. Caroline's a bit nervous. I've been invited to play with a master player tonight who's the club champion. Oh my gosh. That would make me nervous, Caroline, as well. Yeah.
All the best, Caroline.
Yeah, all the best, Carol. I wish you luck. Let's hope he's very, shall I say, understanding. Because I don't generally encourage improvers to play with advanced players because the advanced players can sometimes be a bit bossy, trying to tell them too much, being a bit critical, maybe being critical in a nice way, but, it doesn't really work out. But as Stiggy says, at least you're playing with them, not against them. But if this person is understanding, then you'll be fine. But yeah, the last thing you want is them teaching you, Caroline, loads of different stuff that you've never come across. That wouldn't be a good idea. But so as long as they understand what level you're on and not to be too bossy, you'll be okay. Let me know how you get on next week, Caroline. But you just need to say that you haven't been playing for long, you're an improver, blah, blah, and hopefully things will be okay. Right. Judy wants the name of the club so she can check on the results. Is that right? Right. What we're going to do, Shruti, just have a quick look outside, shall we?
Yes, please.
You've seen Tonka, which is good. Tonka's now looking outside. Look, he's very inquisitive. They're kind of good guard dogs.
Yeah.
They love to know what's going on. So we'll just take you through the door. Hopefully we'll keep our connection. And here we go. So it's got a bit cloudy now, Shruti. This is the view of the garden and the valley. Just going out a little bit further.
Love the fireplace there.
And then this is the rest of the garden, Shruti. They've got this lovely copper beech tree up at the end of the garden.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's nice down here. It's a little bit, I tell you, it's cold. Only about 12, 13 degrees. You can see the wind brushing my hair.
Yeah, we could see that. And we could hear that as well.
Yes, you can see it all blowing, look.
Yes.
So there we go. Yes, they've got a nice little place down here. So
Yeah.
that's it, Shruti. I'm going back inside now. It's a bit cold. Hang on.
It looks straight out of a movie or something, isn't it?
It looks what?
Straight out of like a movie set.
Oh, yes, it is a bit like that. Hang on, I'm just going inside. Oh, there we go. Oh, Tonka's come to Tonka wants to say goodbye, Shruti. Tonka.
All right.
Tonka, come. Come on.
It is indeed
Aw.
a beautiful location, you guys. Tonka is very lucky to live in such a beautiful place.
Yes, no, it is beautiful down here. So I've just come to stay here for a couple of nights, then I'm off to my friend Susie's MacArthur, well, about now. So I'm there for 2 nights as well. I might take this. Do you think I'll notice if I take Tonka with me?
Oh,
Ooh, hang
Martin
on.
has a question.
Tonka's had
He's
enough of me.
jumping. Yeah. Martin has a question about your brother Simon, who
Yes,
also
oh, sorry,
teaches
Martin.
bridge.
Yes, let's focus. Yes, I do. Simon is a brother. He's the middle brother, and he also teaches bridge as well. You're right. He doesn't teach bridge as much as um, myself or my brother Zeb, but certainly used to teach quite a lot. He actually started the bridge club in London, Martin, with Andrew Robson 25 years ago. Yeah, so he's kind of responsible for us all really getting into bridge, really, because that's how we all started at the, this Andrew Robson Bridge Club in London. Yeah.
Well, it
Yes,
runs
he
in the
will. He must teach
family.
down in Buckinghamshire. Right, Shruti. Well, it's 12 o'clock UK time. I've really enjoyed the 2 club opener today. Someone was asking whether they could practice it. I don't know. I think you'd have to look online to see how you practice a 2 club opener specifically. I wouldn't know specifically where you practice it. But yeah, maybe you could search online. Right. And then, Shruti, this time next week, we're doing top defense.
Okay.
Oh, and Caroline's from Ireland. I didn't know that. She's playing at the RD Bridge Club in County Louth, Ireland. That's interesting. I'll just make a note of that so I can check on your results, Caroline. Hang on. RD BC County Louth. Okay. Right. Yes, I do like watching people's results. Thank you for all your company. And it's been a pleasure bringing this lesson from Wiltshire in the village of Coombe. We're Somerset. Oh, we're Somerset. I've just been reliably informed. Tonka sends his love to you all as well. And Shruti, I'll be back in Harrogate. Will I? Yes, next week for another lesson on top defense.
All right. Sounds great. I hope you have a great evening with Tonka and with your brother and all of you guys as well. I hope you guys have a great day ahead.
Thanks, Shruti. It's always nice to see your smiling face. And you enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you. Oh, Judy says, are you telling us where you're playing? No, I'm not, Judy, because I don't want you checking on my results. I don't think they put it on the website anyway, Judy. So I'll tell you if I win next week. I won't tell you if I don't. Good try, Judy. And I honestly can't remember the name of the bridge club anyway, where we're playing tomorrow night, me and Susie. So that's another good reason for not telling you. Good. Well, I'll sign off, Shruti.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Tonka. Bye-bye. And bye, everybody. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us. Take
Yes,
care.
bye
Bye.
from down here. Bye from Tom.